welcome back, patron. We are back with a bang. This time on episode number 8, right,
Yeah,
Anmol?
exactly.
And today we'll be talking about the villain which has entered the market. It's called artificial intelligence. It's something that we have been fantasizing ever since technology came in the picture. There have been so many movies,
Yeah.
Matrix and Terminator and Robocop and whatnot. So, so tell me, Anmol, is AI gonna ruin everybody's life and start killing people?
We haven't reached there.
So actually, jokes apart,
Yeah.
basically today we'll be discussing about artificial intelligence and how it's changing the game, especially in
Yeah.
the field of marketing,
Yeah.
right? So, Anmol, let's begin with what is artificial intelligence and like, is it as bad as it's shown in the movies?
Yeah, right now it's not that bad as it's shown in the movie. AI cannot destroy you right now because
Right now, right
it,
now.
right
Point
now.
to be noted.
Yeah, it should be noted because if you see Elon Musk and everyone, they are continuously telling that AI, we are not ready for that kind of AI yet. But
Right,
yeah, artificial intelligence is basically the intelligence that we have in the digital world that we
right,
humans can leverage to make our lives easier. As simple as that. Not to make it very technical and complicated. Take it as digital intelligence. So right now, if you see the apps we use or the things we do on the internet or we do on our mobile, most things they are a bit somewhere they are automated or they are making our life easier. But none of them were capable before to think and
right.
answer
Correct.
our queries. But since the time one of the most popular apps, ChatGPT, these days have come into the market.
Right.
Uh,
ChatGPT,
yeah,
the
yeah,
new hero in
ChatGPT.
market. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like in the last 6 months, if you see, a lot of things has been changed. Before that, AI was there, but it was not that big. But
Mhm.
ChatGPT, it has done some crazy things.
It has
First of all,
definitely
getting,
disrupted the market. Yes.
yeah, really disrupted the market, getting to a point of getting 1 million user base in such a short span
Right.
of time.
And if someone in the first time in previous 3 decades has made Google feel insecure, right?
Yes, exactly. So the giants are even scared of because the potential that it has, and if you see how our company has also changed, we are using more of ChatGPT than Google right now.
So yes, so not just us, every marketer is using ChatGPT, and why not? Yes, it
Yeah.
is out there to help us and whatever makes our life easy. So tell me, Anmol, like how is artificial intelligence, not just ChatGPT? ChatGPT is just one
Yes.
tool in the field, vast field of artificial intelligence, right? So how does artificial intelligence affect our industry? We are marketers, right?
Right.
So how is our industry going to get affected by artificial intelligence?
Okay. So for this one, I will start with one of the popular quotes these days. I will say quote these days on LinkedIn. If you see every post, then you will see in that it's written that AI will not replace you. A person using it will,
Correct.
and it's true. So if you see, we can take example of the internet when the internet came first.
Actually, you know what? Before you talk about the internet, let me talk to you about computers.
Yes.
Let's go back in the mid '90s, and I was a kid that time, right? And
Right.
I remember everyone was insecure, and there were ads on the TV at every time, like every day. Like there's this uh, guy who has got this many replies from for the jobs that he had applied, and every offer letter that he opens says rejected, rejected, rejected. And the reason was because he didn't know computers.
Oh,
At that time, knowing computers, believe me, it was not about knowing JavaScript or anything. It was about knowing my MS Office. The basic thing, like
yes.
knowing MS Office, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So the basic job of data entry was being taken away by the computer, right?
Right.
So it actually at this moment is actually giving me the deja vu of that point of time when
Right.
people were insecure about computers taking away their job. But
Right.
the point was the computers were not taking away the jobs. The people who knew computers would take
We're
away the
taking away
jobs.
the
Right.
job. Right. That's the same story here that we are seeing right now. People are, uh, those people who are not able to adapt to the things, they are not feeling comfortable with it, they are the ones who will be wiped out of the market, if
Right.
you
So
see.
actually, what we should clear off the misconception. So about artificial intelligence that people have, it's not a living organism which is thinking on its
Right.
own, right? It is something that it is still a computer which needs to be told what to do. Correct.
Exactly.
Right. So just elaborate this a little bit for the audience, Anmol.
Yeah. So see, like if you see, you gave a very good example of computers. Same is the case with AI, right? AI is here to help us out. It is here to make our lives easier. Going further, talking about our industry, what will happen with AI in our industry is that all the tedious tasks that used to take a week, maybe
Mhm.
2 weeks, like we all have suffered working with a copywriter. It
Right.
used to take weeks because there is a full process that you need to go through before that one perfect piece of article comes out that we can give to the client. Of course, it
Right.
can be done in 1 or 2 days, but there is a limit which
Mhm.
ChatGPT and other AI tools takes away. You can generate
Right.
a good piece of content within a few
Mhm.
seconds by
Few
just
seconds.
giving a proper brief,
Humanly not possible, right?
which is
For
humanly not possible. Again,
right.
humanly it is not possible. And again, the content generated by AI will help marketers to optimize, but for only those who know how to use it. Those who
Okay.
say
So
that
I was
I
actually
won't
coming
use.
to this. What do you mean by how to use it? Yes, tell the audience what is how to
Okay.
use it.
So
Yes.
I will give the use case of our industry. Okay. That will be the most relevant one because as we are talking about how AI is going to disrupt our industry. So let's talk about prompts. So prompt is basically a brief that you give AI to help understand what exactly you want out of it. It starts with you telling the AI that, okay, act like my social media marketer. It
Hmm.
starts with it. First, you tell it what role you need to take on.
Right.
Then you define, this is my brand, this is what we do, this is what our target audience is, this is what we exactly want on this social media post, and then you give them a short brief about what you want in creative, what you want in ad copy, so that it has a it's like basically you and I talking.
Hmm.
Okay, let's take an example. We are running campaign for Mother's Day, coming Mother's Day. So I will
Okay.
give chat any AI app that I am using. Okay, act as a social media marketer. My brand name is ABC. We are
Right.
into XYZ. I want you to write me a social media post on this on Mother's Day, and we are serving this type of audience. My post should be witty as that is my brand tone, and uh, as I am targeting younger audience, so you need to give it to me in a video format, and make sure when you give me the video format, you structure it in such a format that it is easily understandable by any layman. So
Hmm.
this kind of brief is something that most people miss with AI. Even if I give you the yeah,
It is true for it holds true for the for the same as well, because unless you give a proper unless the brief is specific, you're not going to get the right results even from me,
exactly.
right? So like you and I, we get clients who say we want something creative, kuch creative do na,
Yes, the
which is
biggest
so
question in our
creative.
industry is
Ah,
creativity.
and we are super scared of such people, like
Exactly.
super scared of such briefs, because we
Yes.
don't know what creative is.
Exactly.
Right, we don't know what nice is.
Yes.
Write me something nice, or make me something creative. Doesn't
Correct.
work,
Doesn't
right?
work. You
Right.
need to have a brief. You need to have a clarity in your mind first, and that's where I see, the people who are not clear about this thought process. They
Correct.
are the ones who will be out of the market first with
Correct.
AI, because AI also needs someone who can think and tell them what it needs to do.
Right. So here you have to build your thought process. So
Exactly.
even to get the job done from the AI, you need to know the job. So let's put it this way: the content writers don't need to be scared of ChatGPT or relevant AIs, because they are the ones who can actually use it to their advantage better than anybody else. because they are the
Exactly.
ones who can tell, or even if it is about talking about writing a code, it will be a programmer who knows the logic behind the code,
Exactly.
can give the right instruction to the artificial intelligence,
Exactly.
compared to a person like me who doesn't know any programming,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Correct.
so that's the thing about chat, any AI tool that we use. If you see, there are so many AI tools. You can write product descriptions, you can get your image written. Like,
Mhm.
if our audio, I'm sure that 99% of the audience that is watching this podcast uses Canva. So if you
Right.
use Canva, Canva is also now giving you AI tools to generate images. It is giving you the tools to write copies. It is giving you the tools to write, creative documents. Now, again, when I say creative, it means you give a proper brief so that it writes you in such an engaging way that you like it, that you really want to read it. And the best part, how I see Ashwin, is basically these AI tools, their database is so massive. See, as humans, we have a limited time.
Mm.
We have 24 hours a day, we sleep 6, then we work, we have our families, we have a lot to do. But
Right.
AI, it has a full database.
Correct.
And if someone can channelize that database to their advantage to grow in the market, why not?
Why not? So basically, we save a lot of time on research, first of all,
Yes,
right? So
exactly.
before we begin, the most of a major chunk of our time is gone in research. So
Yes,
AI has that ready for us, very
research. And then what I feel is the boring tasks. Like, I have a concept.
Hmm.
Now if, let's say, my client asks me, okay, give me a brief about what your concept is.
Hmm.
So earlier it used to take me 2 hours or 3 hours. I will write down each and everything, then I will see, okay, is this structured properly, then I will share it on my email, then I will send to the client. It was a very tedious process. But
Right.
since we have these generative AI tools, I just give my brief, this is what I want to do. I take suggestions from it as well. I analyze what is currently going in the industry, and then I am able to finalize on a brief within a few minutes. I will say 5 to 10 minutes. I'm ready with the brief.
Right.
So it has changed so much in the last 6 months. Like,
Even in the
it is
case
massive.
of remember when we were trying to conceptualize a creative that we wanted to design a template, and
Right,
we were running short of ideas. All we
right,
had to do was give the brief to ChatGPT, and we got a really good uh, brief ready for ourselves to how
right.
to go about. So basically, ChatGPT gave us the brief, or like about how to go about a creative for a particular ad or ad
Exactly.
campaign, right?
And that ad really worked.
It didn't, definitely worked, yes.
It definitely worked.
So, well, we have already covered like the good parts, good aspects of it, right? So, where does one fail in artificial intelligence? Where does one go wrong? Because it is a double-edged sword. Let's
Yes.
let's accept the fact, right?
Right.
दो धारी तलवार है, दो इधर से भी कटेगा, उधर से भी कटेगा, right?
Yes.
So, like, what are the like where do we cut ourselves with it? I mean, where do we need to be careful of it? And what is the wise way of using it? Because recently I remember we were talking about uh, uh, Google has restrictions about using content generated by AI, right?
Right.
Yes. So they have started detecting your content, whether it is AI generated or not, and it'll actually go down in the algorithm as per the
Right.
Google. So, and it'll only get more difficult by the day.
Yes, it
So,
gets difficult from here because
so
yeah.
yeah, let's discuss on such aspects of AI.
Right, right. No, the point you have brought in is very, very relevant. And further to add, what you just told is, even OpenAI, the company who has designed ChatGPT, they have brought out this tool which can detect AI generated content.
Correct.
Personally, we have also tried to see how AI generated content works on social media platforms and Google.
Hmm.
It does not work because these platforms are so smart that, because again, AI is there to detect it.
Correct.
So they are easily able to detect the piece of content. So like, talking about double sided sword, yes, it is.
Hmm.
So right now, if someone is using AI, they need not to be scared out of it, because it has not reached to that level that all the other platforms and people won't be able to figure out. So we are not at that stage.
Hmm.
So right now, mainly how I feel that we should be using these tools is for conceptualization, for taking help, like as an additional hand. not
That is
totally
right.
depending on it. Because if you
For
right now open
fortification, for the fortification of
for
this.
the notification, because
Right.
see, right now if you go to chat gpt or any other AI tool, there is a message written below that if that it may provide some inappropriate information about some people, about some facts, about some something and something, right? So
Right.
they have clearly mentioned. So
Correct.
you again, to use that, you need to be first aware about you should be knowing what you are asking first of
Right.
all.
Right.
So AI is not recommended for reading the things, but it is recommended for understanding them. Because once you have a little bit of idea, then you can go to it. It can explain you. So, like, let's say there is a very tough concept, blockchain.
Right.
I will go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, act as my teacher. I need you to explain me blockchain. If I am a 10-year-old, it will give me a good explanation,
Right.
right? But
Right.
let's say if I go and I ask ChatGPT, okay, build me app on blockchain, and it should be creative.
Right.
It should be
So
creative.
actually, it is more dangerous for people who don't know how to use it. Just
Yes,
like the double-edged sword. I mean, if you don't know how to use a sword, you'll cut yourself.
exactly.
Right. So if you ask it the wrong questions, or if you ask vague questions, you will get wrong results, which will affect the task that you were planning to
And
do.
here I would like to add something. The the generation that is coming up, they are
Mhm.
at the most danger. You know why? Because they write a message in 10 parts.
Correct.
ChatGPT does not work that way. We have
Right.
seen this with our team as well. They write ChatGPT 10 messages.
Right.
AI cannot answer you like that. It needs one proper brief in a structured format so that it
Mhm.
can also understand what we are trying to communicate here with it.
Right. And at the same time, it needs to be trained also, right?
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about training ChatGPT, how you do it.
Okay. So how I see it is basically whenever so there is a very tempting button when you open ChatGPT, new chat.
Mhm.
Most of the time, people will click just go for that, but
Mhm.
that's not the right way to do it. You know why? See, ChatGPT has a lot of data from the internet, and their database is very big. But if Ashwin, let's say I am talking to you, you know me, then there is another person I am talking to them. So I need to brief them again about the same thing, right?
Correct.
Same is the case with when you do new chat in ChatGPT. It does not know.
Mhm.
That's why it is recommended. If let's say I am talking about one brand, then I do all the conversation regarding that brand in the same thing. That too, I define the models which I want to work for. So if you like here we are talking about ChatGPT, so there are three models in ChatGPT. One is the legacy, one is the default one, and and there is then GPT-4.
GPT-4 is there. Yes.
So to give our audience a little bit insight into it, ChatGPT 3.5 is good enough to do the task fast. It is high speed. If you see the score, it has 5 speed score. Its reasoning is a bit less. I think it's 2 or 3, and the same is with the consciousness. That is 2 or 3, which is good enough to do most of the tasks that a layman wants to do.
Right.
Right now, if you are a ChatGPT Plus member, which costs $20 per month, you go for it. Then you get the option to get GPT-4 model. Now GPT-4 model, it's slow, the speed is slow, or on a scale of 1 to 5, its speed is 2, but the consciousness and the reasoning, they are very high. I think it's 5.5 or 5.4.
Okay.
So now let's say I have a very complicated situation, and personally I have tried it.
Mhm.
So I was stuck with a client in a complicated situation, and at that point of time, I had no one to discuss with. So I made ChatGPT my mentor. I just went to it. I tell ChatGPT the situation. Okay, this is what has happened with me. This is the history, and this is what is going on. I fear that this is going to happen.
Mhm.
Again, I was really surprised how
Really?
GPT-4
So, did
solved
you
that complex
did,
situation.
did you get a human response from it?
Yes, that's
That is
that's that's really scary. I
yes.
got really scared when I saw that answer. I thought, oh, it helped me with my problem. It was such a complicated problem. I had no one to answer talk to right now, and then GPT-4 comes into the picture, whom I can talk to 24 hours. Of
Right.
course, there is a limit of 25 messages per 3 hours, but that was enough for me to talk to it and get a solution for my problem. So
Right.
that's where AI scares me off. Like right now, I get to hear from our team as well that ChatGPT is not useful. It's not going to replace me. but I keep on telling them that this is wrong. This is wrong on so many levels, because if you are not able to use it, that means that it is not wrong.
That means you are in danger if you're not
You
able
are
to
in
use.
danger if you are not able to use it. I get to hear this every day, that no, this is not good. I'm not getting right answers. First of
Mhm.
all, you have to ask the right question to get the right answer.
Okay, right answer. Yes, correct, correct. So I mean, like I said, it holds true for people as well.
Yeah,
Unless you ask the right question, you won't get the
right.
right answers.
Exactly.
Right? You can't
And
ask
in our
ChatGPT.
industry, it's all about the brief.
Exactly.
We are
You
dealing
have
with clients.
very clear brief
Yeah,
for anybody, like be it artificial intelligence or human intelligence. You need to have
right.
very clear brief. Yes, I completely
And
agree.
see, marketing is never going away. Marketing and sales will be here. We are
Yes,
dealing with
so
humans.
yeah, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the future of marketing with AI.
Right.
So GPT, yes, definitely is there. Plus, like we were speaking about image generative. Uh, let's name a few, and you know, let's take us on the journey of how overall artificial intelligence is gonna affect marketing and our lives as marketers.
Right. So for the audience's references, I will put one link in the description in which there is a website that will give you tools related, all the tools related to AI.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a, what you used to call it, yellow pages.
Yellow pages, yes.
Yellow pages. So it's kind of a yellow pages for AI softwares. You have all the softwares there. You can just go there. So there is software for, if you want to generate e-commerce product descriptions, you can do that. If you want to generate good videos with the content, with raw content that you have, there are tools for that. You want to do development, you want to do debugging of the code, you want to write anything, you want to generate images, so everything is there. I will share the link with the audience for that. I
So
won't
these are
go.
more powerful than ChatGPT actually.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So
ChatGPT
I
has
will.
become popular because it has entered the search engine market, but there are more powerful artificial
Yes.
intelligence tools
And like
that are
there are
available.
some companies which are working on this from last 4 5 years, I guess.
Correct,
ChatGPT is the popular one, but of course there are the underdogs. There are other players who in the market who are so much better and doing so many things.
correct.
OpenAI, it again. See, OpenAI is Microsoft with it, so it is going to flourish. If you see Bing right now, it's more powerful than Google.
Right,
Many
right.
people won't agree. Oh no, you are saying wrong. Google is more powerful right now. Google has not integrated any AI. They are still working on it, whereas Bing has already done it. And if you see, I personally have downloaded Edge, which I never thought of, just to see how Bing AI works, because ChatGPT, its database is limited, but whereas
Right.
when I go on Bing, it gives me the results from the internet. So I.
And Bing AI is ChatGPT, right?
Yes, exactly. At the
Right.
end, the model is the same. It's just that Bing has expanded its capabilities to scraping data from web, which ChatGPT is also coming with it in the coming days. Their
Mhm.
new update will come in, but of course, Bing AI is it has done it. Now
So again,
talking.
the job of web scrapers is gone, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Again, another part of it is disrupted.
Correct.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So
Now, talking about how AI is going to disrupt, see, marketing is here to stay, sales is here to stay. That's
right,
what we do, right?
right.
Only the thing is that platforms are changing, methods are changing. If you remember, like when you started your career,
Mhm.
how the marketing and sales was done, there was a hoarding, or maybe on those classified websites which no one likes.
Television, it was done mostly on assumptions and
Exactly.
very less data. I mean,
Data.
there were a lot of assumed data that we used
Exactly.
to talk about. Like, okay, if you put a hoarding on the airport road, this many cars are not gonna cross this road, and on an average, this many people are there in the car. And on an average, this many people would look at the hoarding. So
Right.
there were a lot of assumptions, but digital marketing has changed
Exactly.
the
So
face of
see,
marketing.
now, like you were talking about average, this many cars, this many people. There was no metric to, exactly calculate how many people saw that,
Right,
because cars are going by. But have they seen the board?
right.
You cannot define it.
Hmm.
And if they want to take call to action, any action with it, how can you define it? There is no way. You
Right,
might do a survey or something, but that is separate story.
true.
Now when digital media came into the picture, you see how it transformed. Now everything was done on Google, everything was being done on mobile.
Hmm.
Marketers, they had data on their hands, they can target a person. They can target them on Google, they will target them on Facebook, like they won't leave them. So you see how it has changed. Now the same moment is going to happen in the future with AI,
Correct.
with or with see this is something that will keep on going. It's just that our industry is that one industry that you need to constantly innovate. How I see it is basically
Right.
ChatGPT is something that is another thing that we need to adapt. If we don't adapt, we go out of the market. It is as simple as that.
So it is just like traditional marketing didn't go out of the picture, but digital
Right.
marketing is out there to fortify and help uh, the traditional marketing, and now they are complementary. Now you can
Yes.
see hoardings promoting Instagram links and YouTube links as
Yes.
well. So they and
They go
so
hand in hand.
right, they go hand in hand. I think the same thing is going to happen with artificial intelligence also.
Yes.
It'll go hand in hand with the present scenario. And how I feel is not at least in the near future. It's all about the consciousness, right?
Yes.
Human beings have consciousness. We think on our own, right? So this is where, at least not in the near future, artificial intelligence is not going to replace us. Where
Yes.
it'll
It's
be,
only going to replace those people who are not adapting to it.
yes, people who are not thinking consciously, actually,
Yes,
who are
exactly. And
moving on automated
see,
mode. And
in marketing,
this was on a serious note. This was not a joke.
yes,
You need to
exactly.
be conscious and in your efforts. And like when we say conscious, you need to be conscious about the recent developments and adapt to it as soon as possible.
Exactly, exactly. That's where you can differentiate from AI right now.
Correct.
And what I feel is like, uh, see, AI generated content is here to help right now. Everything is here to help you.
Right.
So you can, make yourself
These
better
are
by
tools.
learning these tools.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. All we need to do is adapt and introduce them in
exactly.
our lives. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
That's how I see it.
it's just how like you have a washing machine at home. So it is making your life easy. You don't have to wash clothes anymore. You have more time to do better things in life. So same
Exactly.
thing with artificial intelligence. It
Yeah.
will save you a lot of trouble doing regular mundane tasks like washing clothes and washing utensils.
Yes.
You don't need to do necessary research and break your head over it, and you can put your efforts in more productive stuff.
Exactly, exactly, and that's how I see that in future, in the near future, AI will do that. There are a lot more companies coming up with open AI's database. They are building products on it, and that's how I see it basically.
Right.
Services will go on because at the end, a person needs to interact with another person who understands the thought process of using that technology,
Yes.
and
If you
marketer
ask me
needs to
personally,
adapt to.
Anmol, I'm very optimistic about the whole
Yeah,
technology scenario because I love technology, and I've been a very tech savvy person all my life.
right.
Uh, yes, and I keep adapting to it. And the same goes for you. Like we all technology lovers, and technology
Exactly.
has only made our lives better so far.
Yeah.
So I am very optimistic about it. How about you?
Exactly, exactly. Optimistic till the time these companies who are handling the database, who are building the models, they use it in the right manner.
Yes, right. Well,
Till the time it's optimistic. Again,
there are a lot of conspiracy theories, yes.
yes,
Like I said, I'm an optimist, but
yes,
yes, unless it is in the wrong person's hand. Yes, when internet came along, came the viruses also, right?
yes.
So yeah, so there'll be
So that's where I think we all need to take care of ourselves.
artificial intelligence designed by bad people also for
Yes.
work. Uh, well, that will take away the job of criminals, right?
Yeah. But again, those criminals will come into the picture who have that thought process to run them.
Correct. So the criminals need to get more creative now.
Right.
So yeah. So well, let's end it on with that light note. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll encourage my our audience to put in your questions and your opinion in our comment section and ask us more questions. And soon we'll be coming up with bringing back one of our most demanded podcasts that had happened so far was with Mr. Brandon Rose. We're gonna bring him back soon, and we'll have another episode uh, shot with him very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a teaser for you guys. And what do you have to say at the end to our audience?
Also, my advice for our audience is that see, ChatGPT is going to be disruptive in every industry. So just adapt with the AI tools and not just be in the moment. Okay, it won't affect me. It will
Hmm.
affect you. Some companies have made ChatGPT their CEO. So now you can imagine even the job of a CEO is in danger. So
Right.
you guys need
It
to
will affect
be
you. You have to decide how it affects you.
how it affects you exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my key takeaway for the audience. Just go and read a bit about these tools, try to understand how they work. If you have any questions, we are here to answer. You can just put them in the comment section. And like, we will be coming on more detailed topics and going further into our podcast series where we talk about how what is the right way to prompt, what is the thought process. We'll give you the exact steps how we do it. So but again, that is for future, for another video.
Hmm.
Today it was more of the introduction. And if you like this video, if you were able to get value out of it and understand what AI is and how it's going to impact the things, then do share it with your friends who needs to see this. And of course, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. We are present everywhere. So
And
that's
we'll keep
that's where
coming
I would
back to
like
you
to.
with more interesting topics.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much, audience, for watching, and we will
Thanks.
see you soon. Bye.